Good morning, everyone. I am Rodeline E. Assis, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino, and I am one of your discussant for today's topic. And I'm going to discuss with you about the origin of art. But before that, may I ask you something? Did you know what is art or what is origin? So let's find out now what is the meaning of this. First, let's find out what is the meaning of origin. When we say origin, it is where the things originated and where did it come from or where did it arise. Then, we will go on to the meaning of the art. The term art is related to a Latin word ars meaning art, skill, or craft. The first known use to the word comes from 13th century manuscript. However, the word art its many variants. Artem, earth, etc. have probably existed since the founding of Rome. Art history of humankind, from prehistoric times to the 21st century. Modern times, art history has emerged as a discipline that specializes in teaching people how to evaluate and interpret works of art based on their perspective. Art history requires you to study and describe what you see in terms of design of elements of line, shape, color, value, and texture. The first element is line. Line is an element of art. It is marked made upon surface. In order to be line, the marked length must be longer than its width. There are many types of line, including horizontal, vertical, wavy, diagonal, and more. The second is shapes, are areas of enclosed space that are two-dimensional. Shapes are flat and can only have height and width. Third, color is an element consisting of hues, of which there are three properties: hue, chroma or intensity, and value. Next is value. Value refers to the lightest and darkest of area in an artwork. White is the lightest value, and black is for the darkest. The last is texture. It's used to describe the surface quality of artwork, referring the types of line that artist created. Art history is a study of human expression, visual but also tactile, spatial and sometimes oral. Through history, art historians developed ways to translate from the visual to the verbal, through analysis and interpretation using a number of different approaches and methodologies. Did you know the origin of art were therefore much more ancient and lie within Africa? Before worldwide human dispersal, the earliest known evidence of artistic behavior is of human body decoration, including skin coloring with art and the use of beads, although both maybe have had function origins. Then, let's proceed to the origin of art. Art is viewed as a reflection of creative ingenuity and inventiveness within culture. Its value is seen not only in terms of styles and craftsmanship but also in functional interaction with all elements that constitute human life and culture. This means that art is not only about craftsmanship, it is also about the physical interaction by people, their beliefs, traditions, and cultures. It is not all about a masterpiece or a painting from the imagination of artists, it's also about the people's life. The history of art began with the humanity. Art dates back the time when superstitious beliefs and the spirits as they were common in every culture. This says that some of our ancestors in the 21st century believe in spirits like reincarnation. This also means that most of centuries and are rooted in regional and historical circumstances. Then, let's proceed to the indigenous art. Indigenous art in the form of dancing, painting, music, and poetry accompanied ancient rituals and ceremonies. Men and women of early times performed dances to entertain, to worship their gods and goddesses, or to invoke success and blessings. When we say indigenous, it is originating and occurring naturally in particular place. Indigenous art, it is created by original people or our what we call our ancestors. Their music and poetry chronicle the life and works of their ancestors as well as legendary origins of heroes, heroines, and gods. It says here that they practiced the work of life of ancestors by music and poetry, and also they practiced the doings of the heroes and god and goddesses. Tribalist cultures often wear body paintings during ceremonies. Cave paintings and drawings are believed to reflect ancient religious beliefs and visions. Most sculptures from the early periods are also associated with religion, with god and goddesses as most common subject. Artworks made from more durable materials like metal, stone, clay, bone, and glass survive longer than those made from materials that are more prone to decay like woods. This is why most of sculptures made in wood have been lost through time. The temples of East and West bear evidence of art that pertained to god goddesses, religious, animal, demons, priests, kings, and queens. For my reflection, art can be thought of as a symbol of what it means to be human, manifested in physical form of others to see interpret. It can serve as a symbol for something that is tangible or for a thought, an emotion, a feeling, or a concept. Through peaceful means, it can convey the full spectrum of human experience. Perhaps that is why it's so important.